Okay, gang. We are going to do page 43. We are moving right along in this book, The Ash Grove, all right? Now, this song is written in 3/4 time, and what that means is each measure you see here gets 3 beats, all right? When you look at a time signature, you'll see this fraction. That's the time signature. The number on the top is the one that you've got to really pay attention to. The one on the top tells you what you've got to count to for every measure. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sort of a waltz feel to it, okay? All right. Now at the beginning of the page, once again, I've given you some good warm-ups to pay attention to. I've got you playing your index finger and your thumb. I show you with your pointer finger and your thumb on that 2-0-4, and then you take the same 2 fingers, just slide them down to 1-0-3, okay? Now you could also play that with your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your bass string if you wanted to. So it could be like this, with your index finger out there without a job. So you can do it with your index finger and thumb, or your middle finger and your thumb. But what? Be consistent. Decide how you want to do it, what works best for you, and do it that way all the time, okay? Now on the second exercise at the top of the page, we've got the 4-0-4 to the 3-0-3, okay? Same business. You're taking the same 2 fingers and dropping them down a fret, okay? Then we've got a 2-0-4 to a 3-0-5, okay? Now, part of that one looks to me like I'm telling you that we're going to have to go away back on that if we want to do the away backs on the ditties, okay? So practice those 2-4, 2-0-4, 3-0-5, away, back, away, back. That's a really good thing just to practice over and over again. Any other surprises on this? I don't think so. I think we've covered all of these different maneuvers in previous songs. Let's go ahead and take it again at around 63. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let's go faster to go slower again. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, about like that. We're going to come in on the 3rd beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we go. 3. Repeat. To move on after this measure. Back to the beginning. Where we're going to end. All right. Now there's some interesting moves in this song that I didn't see until I got to them. Let's break it down a little bit. When I go to the 3rd measure, very first line of the third measure, I've got my A chord. I'm going to go ahead and leave my 1 0 1s. I'm going to use my thumb on my 3 2. And then my 1's already there from my A chord. So I go strum, I'll leave that down, that A stays down. 3 2 1, and then lift it up. Okay? Now when I go to my 2 on the next measure, middle string, I'm probably going to want to use this third finger so that my index finger can reach up and grab that 4 pretty quick. Okay? Now on the second line, this is one that I wanted to make sure I talked to you about. Okay, second line, second measure, we've got a G chord. When we come off of the first measure of the second line, we want to make sure, and this is kind of interesting because you're going to start thinking this way as you advance, when we hit that 1 that begins the second measure of the second line, we want to hit it with whatever finger we want to use on our inverted G chord there. So that's already there. Okay, so I know personally that when I play that inverted G, 3 on the bass, 1 on the middle string, I know personally that I like to use my third finger on that middle string first fret. So when I come off of that first measure of the second line, I'm going to make sure that I plant my third finger there, then I drop my G chord in place. Okay, that's a really important move. What else did I see? If we look at the first measure of the third line, that 2 0 4. Okay, I want you, when you play your 2 0 4, remember I said you could either use your pointer finger, your index, your first finger on the bass string, or your middle finger. Whichever one you use, your thumb is going to be on that melody string the whole time. So I want you to take your thumb all the way down from the 2 0 4 to that 2. Then you just bring him up for the 3 and 1. Okay, watch that move again. I'm on the third line, first measure. Watch this thumb if you can see that thumb, okay? It goes all the way down to 2. So that thumb, for the first 3 measures, the thumb is responsible for that melody string. Watch again. Third line. Okay, that's where he gets his first break because we've got to go. He gets to play that, maybe even the 2 with me. Up the neck and then back down to the 1 0 3. So remember what I've been preaching the whole time is don't move your fingers until you need them somewhere else. The other thing I want to tell you is that sometimes because this dulcimer that I play, particularly this dulcimer, sounds a lot sweeter when I sweep it in a backward motion. Do as I say, not as I do. Sometimes I'm telling you to go away back and you watch these videos back and you see me doing the opposite of that, all right? Always try to do on any eighth note, whether it be a full strum on a chord, or not a chord but a full strum, and it's 2 eighth notes, away, back, away on the first eighth note and back on the second eighth note. That's going to help you get your boom ditties down, believe it or not. Same thing goes for when you're picking individual strings. If you've got 2 eighth notes, you want to pick away and back, okay? You're going to see me do it all different kinds of ways, but you know, I've done this work for so long that it doesn't affect me that much. You need to develop muscle memory, lock that in, and then as you advance over the next few years, you can start doing different things, all right? But we got to start ground zero first. Use the fingerings I suggest, okay? And the back, away backs that I suggest. Okay, I don't think we need to do any more work on this. I don't have any chord work for us to do. It's just got a pretty challenging tablature piece here for you to work on. All right, the next song that we do together, gang, is going to be our last song in this book. I'm going to have to start writing the next book really fast. Maybe by the time you've seen these videos, I will have written the next book. Who knows? These videos, I hope, will be around for a long time. Anyway, that was Ash Grove, page 43 in your book. Please practice that. Practice all these songs really, really hard. And when we see each other next, we are going to do our last song in the book, which is I'll Fly Away. I'm going to play the guitar for you on that one, as well as work the tablature. Okay, so we'll have a really good time on that one. Dobie Jo's just laying here sleeping off her Sunday afternoon, and that's probably a good place for her to be. She had a pretty busy day yesterday. All right, gang, I will see you next time when we tackle our last song in the book. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.